Simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got. Dream turn. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
53, Mike. Run! Watch twist!
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He finds an opening past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers! Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
First down and goal to go.
Let's go. 30 base.
53.
Bam. Five.
They'll run with Lindsay, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 2nd and goal, Jones eluding, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. from 6 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd and short. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Saquon Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And the Browns' first down.
That's what I do. 36. Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 43. That's the run. That's the left.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score, Packers 14, Browns 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Jones. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? 18 Gator. 61, match, to go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 4, down.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I got it.
Smooth.
53 is mine. Check.
2.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Check. Crunch.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Jim. King. Hey, alert.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, second and 15.
Here I come again. Regular. Hey, Echo. Hey, alert 33. Pick me up. Here we go. I got you.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Browns on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 15. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Alpha. 53 for Mike.
On second and 9, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, Sam off. Check hot route. Hot. Check 24. 22 jet bomber. Hey, high 7.
Now Jones to throw on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 13 yards, first down Packers.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Hey, Delta. Mike, number 55.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Hey, wahoo! Push him back. Push him back. Check. 53.
Looking to throw. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Hey, Haywood. Mike 50, Mike 50. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo. Mike 50. Mike 50. Coming, baby. Now.
Jones to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Colin Saunders in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And the pressure gets to him again. Jannard Avery, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
Round 7.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Carson Wentz with 1 touchdown pass thus far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A 1st down carry for Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 6. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. 13 yards, first down Packers. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. A first down carry for Barkley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
We ain't giving up nothing to do. Hey, exit. Ready?
On second and 7, Jones dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
6, pull it high. Go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
You ready? 53 is the mark. You must be dreaming. What's twist now?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That's it, baby.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Browns' 45-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Slam. Protein spill. Check 26. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go. Let's shoot.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check safety. General West. Out. Hey, watch it. Right up.
On first down, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Undercoach. X3, 218, chopper.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
What we got? Check 52.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Not today. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Greystone travel. Hey, orbit. Get it.
Jones now operating from the gun. This is caught. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Safe.
They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Smooth.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
61, match box, white.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Got it.
53.
You're out.
We got to get the ball. Do you get the ball?
Go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now.
On 2nd and 12, Jones buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about right a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Now Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a